I miscalled an episode. Took 72 episodes.
You miscalled one?
Miscalled it last episode. Because last episode you threw me off because you did the thing. You did the opening, and then
I didn't even know we miscalled it.
You didn't. You said episode 72.
Yeah.
And then I came back in to do like the whole, which I'm going to do in a moment.
Yes.
And then I said episode 71.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then there was that whole thing at the end where we're like, oh, is it 71 or 72? 71, 72. 71, 72.
I guess I better listen. I don't remember.
Yeah. So sorry if there was confusion. People were listening.
Oh, I'm sure they were all like, well, have I heard this before?
Like,
this is
what?
71.
This
oh my
is so
God.
weird. What episode is?
I know. It's
what
like a
episode is this?
Deja vu-ish.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to episode 73. This is 73.
So he says.
Of My Mom Sandy. We're your hosts. I am Josh Fasten, and the woman next to me was once a stunt double for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. This is My Mom Sandy.
I don't like her.
Obviously, because you guys didn't get along on the movie you guys
She's
worked
a bitch.
on.
She's a friggin' bitch. Hi, everybody. Nice to be back.
So we didn't do an episode last week. There was nothing crazy, but we just didn't. Oh, I know what it was. I went out of town, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we missed a week.
Yes. You went,
We're back.
That's why I couldn't remember. I'm like 71, 72, 71. I don't remember.
It's like this. 71?
It's like
72.
It's like forever. It's forever ago that we did the episode, that we actually did the podcast.
Yeah. So what's funny, today is Saturday, so happy Memorial Day, weekend, or happy Memorial Day. Before we get into this episode, there was a few things that I wanted to, a little housekeeping I wanted to do. First thing was that I got a we got an email, I got a message from my cousin Brian. It's not Safeway. Safeway is a grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Skyway is what the Disneyland.
Skyway. It's like sci-fi.
I can't wait to go on to Skyway.
Or Wi-Fi.
No,
it's Skyways.
And that took you between Matterhorn Mountain, and that was what that was. Yeah. We were calling it the People Mover. It was not that. And it's not the tram.
Yeah,
the monorail. It was the Skyway.
And they don't have it anymore.
No, it's been gone for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I love that ride. Again, it was the place where we could smoke a joint
or jump off the edge.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody doing that in my days, but maybe they kept it all hush hush.
So that was that. The second thing was that we got, I was exchanging text messages with my salon manager. Her name's Bonnie. Bonnie listens, and not vaccine Bonnie, salon
Bonnie salon.
And,
body salon.
Body salon. What's Nurse Bonnie? Nurse Bonnie?
Body nurse.
Bonnie nurse.
Body nurse. Body nurse.
And she was saying that she actually had a situation happen where she had a dog. She owned a dog, and she came home to like a note or something on her door saying, hey, your dog's barking all day. And she was like, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And she's like, I was like, literally took the dog everywhere with me, got the dog training, got the dog like a bark collar, like the whole 9 or 10 yards. And she was like, was so embarrassed by it. Could not even imagine happening it a second time.
Yellow.
Fuck. That was weird. Happening.
It doesn't make sense. They're using too many H words in a row.
Have had home happening.
Doesn't work. Well, on that note, so what did she do? She just took the dog everywhere with her then at that point?
I don't want to go back and look at the text messages because it was like from like 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago, but she was just like she was like, I made sure to not have the.
Yeah. I got a text message from my friend Maxine as well, who has not had a barking dog, but has experienced barking dogs. Mm-hmm. And one of her neighbors, they had like this big dog run and a bunch of dogs at their property, and the dogs were always barking.
Is the big dog run, right at Disneyland?
Yeah, it's right next to Skyway. So anyway, she did report that to animal control, and I don't know that it ever stopped, but I do know that she ended up with 2 flat tires on her car, and like somebody, I don't know if they keyed it or scratched it or whatever. She ended up having to call the cops and do a police report. They never really proved it or not or anything, but she suspects that it was these people. That they were.
I mean, it very well could have been
a little angry.
And we know that was one of the things we talked about, like the letter that I wrote. I did not leave my name and my phone number and my address.
Really?
You know, I was just like,
what is the update on all that?
So I've not heard the dog. I don't know actually if the dog's even still there. I don't know. I haven't seen the dog. Do they not open their curtains? They weren't probably like 3 to 4 days. They weren't, which means they were probably like whipping, whip training the dog. Animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Well, I just wondered if you could walk. I mean, because
if I could watch them.
No, if you could walk by their apartment, if their blinds are open, you could actually see. I mean, the dog's probably right there at the fucking window.
I mean, I haven't heard them, and I haven't really seen them. They had my letter up in the window. They took that down. A little tacky.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so I don't know, but it doesn't matter to me because I haven't heard the dog. So. It's good.
Well, that's good because then you don't have to worry about doing the animal control thing and
I mean it's a whole hassle, and it was something that I never wanted to do
in the first place.
Yeah, it was something I didn't want to do in the first place. I didn't want to have to go that route. That's why I didn't do anything for the fucking 2 months, 3 months, whatever it was. I was like, I think that they can deal with this, so I'll let them deal with it. But it it just never got better. And again, and I don't know what the property manager. I don't know if it was also from her angle, right? I don't know if she was like, hey, look, we're going to fucking kick you guys out if you keep this up, So I don't know. So it's gotten better. I'm not hearing the dog, which is nice. And just fingers crossed moving forward.
Yeah. Good. And I don't know if I'm going to Arizona or not. So apparently they're having a meeting on the 1st of June.
To discuss
the case. And so he's going to get back to me after that.
Good.
So anyway, that's that.
I realized something. So again, before we get into the episode, so it's Memorial weekend, and I realized all these like websites, 2 things. All these websites and like companies are having sales, a lot of like clothing stuff,
right?
And I realized that I don't really need anything right now.
Good for you.
Thank you, but I feel like I need to buy because there's a sale. Like this one website was doing.
Well, and you're fucking weird.
Right. This one website had a 2 for 1. So they were like.
You know what? That reminds me of my mother. I remember my mother.
Yeah.
My mother went to Kohl's and she bought two like cheap ass comforter quilts for beds. And they're both in packages. And I'm like, so why did you get these? Well, I just kind of liked them. Well, why did you get 2 of them? You only have 1 bed. Oh, it was buy one, get one free.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is that.
Stop it.
Like there's this website, there's this clothing company and I have some like sweats from them that I bought and they make good stuff. But this whole weekend they're doing you essentially buy one, get one.
A BOGO?
Right? Yeah. Buy 2, get 2. So like.
A boot goot.
A boot goot. What does that look like?
Buy 2, get 2.
I think the boot goot is the skin between your balls and your anus.
I don't think so.
I think when you shower, you want to make sure you scrub down your boot goot.
That's too weird.
No, that's what it is. And cause
I thought it was called the taint.
No, it's the boot goot.
The boot goot.
Yeah. And sometimes in the summertime it gets a little sweaty and then
I had no idea. I thought I made that word up.
No, you sure didn't. They say, you got that sweaty boot goot? I can smell your boot goot from over here.
All right.
It was also a candy back in the 80s. It was like a stretchy licorice type substance.
Was it black or red?
It was actually like a pinkish like flesh tone.
Yuck.
You could get it in a cherry. It was the cherry vanilla boot goot or a Rocky Road.
All right, stop.
Rocky Road flavored boot goot.
We're never gonna get through what we gotta get through.
Boot goot with marshmallows.
By the way,
wait, I'm not done talking. You
all right,
me with the
boot goot. Go ahead.
So I don't know what it is, so literally on my phone I have like 4 different websites open, all with things added to the cart, and it's all stuff I don't need. Right? Like this one company is like, oh well, here you buy one, you get one. So I'm like, well, I should I should probably do that. That's a good deal. You know? So I'm like, oh, what do they got? And then they have like these like,
things you don't want.
These hoodies. They're like,
but I'll buy one because I could get one for free.
It's a hooded sweatshirt with no sleeves. So it's like a sleeveless hoodie. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But it's like, and they're like, just in time for summer. And I'm like, well, summer's gonna be fucking hot. I
know. Why would you want to wear a sweatshirt with no sleeves? Unless you're going to wear sleeves, like, I mean, you would have to wear, it's like those vests, you know, those kind of down vests that people wear in the winter when it's really cold. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have sleeves. Yep. It's just a vest, but it's like thermal or whatever. So, that really doesn't fit our weather.
I think those used to be called boot goots as well.
Did they?
Well, and then like Adidas, like I got an email from Adidas and they were like, so here's what site-wide. You tell me what you think this means.
Site-wide sale.
Site-wide sale, 25% off with promo code SAVE25.
Okay, Skechers does that shit too. What it really means is
the stuff you really want. That's
the stuff you want is not on sale. But there's a bunch of other shit that you probably don't want.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a pair. I was like, oh, there was like a pair of Adidas shoes, and I was like, oh, these are kind of cool. And so I add them to my cart, put in the code, and it's like, well, this promo code doesn't work for these shoes.
Remember how we did that with Skechers? Yeah. I mean, it was like sign up to be in our elite thing, and you get 25% off your purchase. So you signed up. Did you get 25% off the shoes I wanted?
Sure, no.
No.
But I don't know. It bums me out on the fact that like if you're going to send out the specialty email to be like, hey, it's Memorial Day sale, site-wide 25%. That's telling me everything on the site is 25% off.
Yeah.
What you could just say, proper wording would be
select items.
Select items are 25% off.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Give me an option. Let me see the select items.
So can't they get in trouble for that, for false advertising? Isn't that like a bait and switch type of thing? Or?
I mean, look, I think that,
we're going to bait you in with 25%
potentially.
off.
I mean, I think that you could, look, I think you have an argument to like, write an email to Adidas and be like, look, this says site wide. Although I'm sure there's probably, the small print.
Oh, there's small print. Absolutely. And then Skechers does that too. You have to read the thing. And what it basically says is that there's certain items that never go on sale.
Never go on sale.
Yeah. Promo codes never work for these items. So good luck if that's what you want.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You better wait till it goes out of style and you can pick it up at the outlets.
Yeah.
So
I have a bunch of stuff added to all these. Like,
don't buy it. I need to get some new faucets for my bathroom.
Okay.
And so you could buy those.
They're
a little pricey. I don't think they offer buy one, get one.
I think
free.
Home Depot, might be having a sale.
Buy one, get, well, I know, but they don't have one.
They just marked you have a new television that was on sale on the Costco website for, $199. They marked it down for Memorial Day. Is that the large? Did you get
the large? You better be shitting me.
No, Best Buy was doing not Best Buy. Costco was doing an appliance sale, but it was.
I saw that.
Washer, dryer, stoves, refrigerators.
I know.
Although you probably can't get the refrigerator.
No, I actually looked at that because it was like, if my TV's on sale.
It was days. We bought it days before the sale.
Like a day before the sale started.
Although I'm sure you could have just gone in with your receipt and been like, give me my fucking money back.
Yeah, I think Costco's probably really good about that. But.
All right, you ready to move on? You got anything else?
Yeah, well, we want to mention our cute little cartoon from last time?
We have a cartoon up on our Instagram. Although, weirdly enough,
it didn't play all the way through on Instagram. Did it on yours?
Yeah, you had to click. There's like a watch more button. You had to click that.
Oh.
It was in my story and it got removed. Instagram said they removed it because it was promoting violence.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
Promoting violence.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being honest, being serious.
Where was the violence?
I guess me breaking all my legs, breaking both.
Did they even listen to it?
Well, they don't. That's the whole thing. Is that, it's still up on our.
Are you fucking, that's crazy.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of I have like a lot of artist friends that have had, they'll do like nude type art, but it's like paintings or sketches or whatever, and Instagram will like flag it and take it down because it's like you can't have nudity. You can have real humans not quite naked.
Fucking.
Well, no, I don't think anyone's fucking on Instagram. But you can't have like fully naked people. Like you can't have like naked, so whatever.
I can't believe that you fell out of a ride and you broke your little legs.
All the bones in my legs.
All the bones in your
turned into
legs.
mush.
And somehow that promotes violent, that damn ride at whatever. Oh, Knott's. It was a Knott's ride. Fucking A.
I gotta teach you about, cause you used to be really good at it. So to be completely transparent, we had these new, windscreen pop filters.
I don't like it.
But you have to, and you had to do it with the other one as well. I just feel like you always were very far away. But when you're talking, as you get more loud and animated, you move farther away from the microphone, and then you move closer when you get more quiet. So you have like a speaking voice, and if I was going to yell like, "Hey, Sandy," I move back from the mic.
Well, we haven't done this for a long time in person.
Well, you were spot on last week. You were great. Wait,
2 weeks ago.
You just didn't have to be on your.
We had different spit catchers.
Those I
because
figured.
You know what? Because here's the thing, Josh, is that it automatically gives you 2 inches.
Well, just pretend.
Whereas
it's
this
there.
is right here.
Do you want me to put it back on? I'll put it back on for you. Then the whole podcast you'll be like, "I just want to talk about."
What would you like me to talk about today?
The spit catchers were called boot goots as well.
Okay, so let's give kudos to our cartoon maker, even though it promotes violence.
I
can't believe that.
Yeah, it was something like that. Violence and bullying.
Violence and bullying?
Well, it's all under the same like umbrella, so it doesn't like say, or or danger, so like life-threatening danger, maybe. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so Sam.
So wait, what are the rules for Instagram as far as?
I don't even want to get it. I don't know. I mean, I can look it up, but I don't want to do that right now because we have an episode to talk about. I mean, it's not. Again, we've talked about this a gazillion times, and I don't want to get into it. But the social media outlets, they can make, it's not just free speech. They have their rules as to what they allow on their platform because it's their platform,
Yeah, I just didn't think of that as promoting violence.
Well, no, and I'm sure that like if you want to like write, like you can write an email.
And it's not fucking worth it. They're pieces of shit.
Exactly.
Instagram.
But that's what I'm saying.
Instagram.
It's for,
Does that promote violence?
for a minute,
Maybe.
a minute long cartoon, which is great. If you guys haven't seen it, head over to @MyMomSandy podcast, Instagram. It's in our, it was in our story, but it's on the post section. And they're done by my sister, your daughter.
My daughter, Sam.
@SoAnti.
at Gmail.
Is that it?
Yahoo. I think she's got both.
I think the actual email address is soanti@gmail.yahoo. She has both.
Yeah.
.bootgoot.
I'm very disturbed. I didn't tell me that Instagram took it down.
Well, because I knew that it was gonna be this chain of reaction.
Yeah, I'm depressed about that now.
Okay.
Okay. So before we get started, there's a couple things I want to talk about.
Oh, we just saw right before we started, you just got a notification on your phone.
Right.
Six Flags, in Texas had a roller coaster that 20 people had to get rescued off this roller coaster because a guy got stuck. Which not probably a big deal if it's just like normally stuck, like if it like the ride's ending and it comes down and you're like sitting and you're nice, but like, dude, fuck me. If you're upside down and all your weight is leaning on the shoulder bar, which by the way, I think is going to come off anyways.
Yes.
Terrifying.
That's promoting violence, but yeah.
And you've stopped. I mean, so the ride thinks it's over. So what is going to hold the ride back from just releasing the fucking,
oh, there you go. The bar
straps?
just goes up.
Anyway, Texas, Six Flags, 20 people rescued and there was no injuries.
And we know lots of people since our podcast that have made, plans to go to.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to Six Flags, which now I'm just like, I don't know. Might have to sell the tickets.
How much are the tickets?
Like $5.
$5 what? $5?
Dogecoins.
What was that word we made up earlier?
If you hand 5 boot goots to them when you
I have
when you
to
get
write
there.
that down. I'm gonna forget it.
It's
a boot
BOOT.
Boot.
G. Oh, why'd you put 2? Boot to goots?
Because that's actually what it was.
Boot to goot.
It wasn't a buy one get one, a BOGO.
You know what?
It was a boot to
Goot to.
It was a buy two get two.
Have you seen any of the new Star Wars movies?
I don't watch movies.
So Boot to Gutu is
a new robot.
Small robot.
Figures.
Yeah.
It sounds like it should
He
be
has
a
the
robot.
power to slither slither up your leg into the skin between your ball sack and your anus.
That's gross. I don't know where you get this
And he
from.
goes, shh, Come back to me, Boot to Goot.
Boota Goota.
I'm coming.
Okay, so
That's how he talks. That's a pretty good Darth Vader, huh? I'd literally just kind of pull that out of my boot goot right there.
Go ahead. Let me hear it again.
Come to me, Boot to Goot.
Is that really what Darth Vader sounds like? I thought he was much more
It's James Earl Jones.
sinister.
Well, I mean, I'm not. He's like a lion.
No.
Rawr.
But James Earl Jones is also
He's also the Grinch.
He also played the original, I think, bad guy in Conan. Did you ever watch the original Conan with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Come to me, Boot to Goot.
Did you ever watch it?
Only Gold Bond can erase
the
damage you've done to the boot goot.
All right. So wait. So there's a couple things in the news I just want to cover really fast.
Hurry up, because your news is boring. Your news is the shit that everybody else sees.
All right. So did you see that they're talking about antibodies lasting maybe possibly a lifetime
See, this is
from
also,
the COVID?
This is also, no one wants to hear about this COVID shit. Everyone's over it. COVID's done. COVID's so old news. COVID's like episode 40.
Okay, what about like lab origination of COVID at the Wuhan lab?
Yeah,
it was a big conspiracy theory last year when we talked about it and agreed that that's probably where it came from. And now, look at there. It's gaining some, validity.
Little gaining some boot goot.
Some boot goot.
Here's the thing. I have no problem talking to you about this, but if you want to do COVID, then we'll do a COVID episode.
I don't want to do a COVID episode. I just wanted to mention that.
I think this is valid, and I think that me and you had a conversation. By the way, your hair looks fantastic. Me and you had a conversation the other day.
Because somebody marvelous cut it for me.
We had a conversation about some COVID stuff, and again, we can get into it, but that's an episode. So,
no, I just wanted to mention that because I think that that's important that we know. That what we once thought was a big conspiracy theory and probably blocked by mainstream media and big tech from us ever hearing it. I mean, that's the danger in doing that and blocking all those news stories is that if it's a real story,
but I've said it on here before is that no matter what narrative you want to take, you can go online, type that in and can find any information you want about whatever your narrative is. I can go online right now.
I bet you can.
100%. I will literally bet you the house. I could go online right now.
Well, I'm not betting the house, but
I could go online right now. I could find you.
That would be way too easy for you.
At least one full write-up about the fact that COVID.
Aren't they taking those disinformation stories off?
Because there is no disinformation. It's all just information. The internet, you can go anywhere you want on the internet and you can find any story you want. You know, I'm sure there's
you just can't do it. I mean, cause I've heard that like Facebook is.
I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm talking about the actual internet.
Okay.
I'm talking about, whether you're going on Google or Firefox or fucking, what is it? DuckDuckGoose?
DuckDuckGo.
Right. Got it. And, what was the other? Heads Up 7-Up? Was that the other?
No, it was Boot Goot to go.
Boot Goot. Boot to Goot
to go. To go. To go.
Yeah. I think that, you can go, and that's the whole thing about the internet is that, and that's why I think, back in the day, in the, I don't know, whatever, 60s, 70s, before we had interweb and the World Wide Web and the...
We didn't even have, 60s, forget it, 70s.
But I'm saying, but you relied on newscasters on the television or the radio that gave information. Like that would be us right now.
But I think a lot of people still do rely on newscasters for their news. And if it's not a story that's brought up in the news, then you'll never hear about it.
But the newscasters aren't honest.
No.
That's all editorialized. That's no longer...
It's opinionated.
Right, it's opinionated.
It's not just, here's
We're
the
not
facts.
just giving you the news.
Yeah.
I brought this example up, episodes and episodes ago about when Bobby Kennedy was shot, right? And they said, look, we're getting word from, I forget was he shot in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting word from, Los Angeles at the blah, blah, blah. It was a hotel, right?
Yes.
The hotel, Beverly Hills Hotel?
I don't know what hotel it was, but it was a hotel.
Sounds right.
Anyway, sounds good, yeah.
Hey, we're getting news right now. We're getting word that this has happened, but we don't know anything else and we don't want to say anything because we don't want to misinform the public. So we're just going to wait and we're going to continue to get updates. And as they come in, we'll let you know. Now, now it's a whole fucking. It's
Bobby
like,
Kennedy was shot by a white supremacist,
You
and
were just like yelling. It's crazy.
well,
but,
I don't like this.
But it.
Sorry. I don't like change.
I don't like this microphone.
It looks like it has a big black condom on it.
So do you want? Can I take I'll take a photo of you and we'll add it to the.
There it is. It's the big black. It looks like a dick.
Put your mouth on the top. Lick the top of the mic.
I am not going to do that.
Just put it. Just
no.
If it won't electrocute you.
No. I'm not.
You can.
What? So you can take a picture of
No,
me
just-
licking
no, not
the
at all.
top
Just
of the white dick with the big black head.
What is wrong with you? Put your tongue up to
That's
the top.
exactly what it looks like.
You'll feel
not-
a tingle in your boot goot. Just
Stop it.
all right. So let's get into the main gist of the episode here. There was an interesting question that came in from someone who emailed us. This was a question from Josh from Redondo Beach. And Josh asked, if they made a My Mom Sandy movie, who would play you guys? And I think I told you last week, I was like, hey, because we needed time, you needed time to kind of think about this. So let's just get right into it. If there was a My Mom Sandy movie that was going to release, let's just say holiday 2021, so the end of this year, who's playing My Mom Sandy and why?
Well, I guess
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I love him. I used to love him. I don't know if I do anymore or not. All those guys got old, just like me.
It happens.
They're not as attractive as they used to be. What depends on, are we doing like My Mom Sandy like today at our age?
Well, it can be, figure it's going to be like My Mom Sandy, but obviously there's got to be some backstory in the movie, right? It's got to set up the today.
Yeah.
Right? So think about it as.
They could just add age to somebody.
No, that's not.
Well, then I have to pick somebody who's old.
Well, you could pick someone who's like relevant now, who they could like make look older, right? Like with makeup and like prosthetics and like.
Yeah, there you go. Prosthetics. She's got a gimpy leg.
Anyway, you could add just like a strip of boot goot to the forehead.
Yeah, she got that the other day. She fell off her bike and got a little strip of boot. I don't know.
So who would it be? Or you can, if you want to pick like a young My Mom Sandy, like the college, give me like a college.
Okay. So here's the deal. I don't watch a lot of movies, as you know. I don't, generally speaking.
Would you watch the My Mom, like if there was actually a My Mom Sandy movie, would you watch it?
Sure. I would assume that we would be somewhat involved in it. So of course I would watch it. It would be our work.
They'd be like, so we can pay you, $3.5 million and you're just like, I just don't have time. I got to do my parents' taxes.
No, they're done this year. But if they get me back next year, like January through March, then that could be a problem.
I'm going to have no time for this. I'm just sorry.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. So here's the problem. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't know like actors and actresses right now. I would probably have to pick some kind of a comedic actress, of course. I like people like, do you know who Allison Hannigan is?
From Buffy.
Yeah.
I think she's very annoying.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I never saw her in Buffy. I saw her in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, she hosts Penn and Teller Fool Us on Channel 5, and she's just very like stupid.
Oh, wow.
She's just she's like.
Well, then I changed my mind.
No,
Cross her right off.
She, she'll be like, oh, well, let's go to Brian and see the magic trick he's gonna do. And then like the guy comes up, he's like, oh, hi, I'm gonna do this trick with cards. She's like, oh, wow, a deck of cards? Not like we've ever seen that before. And I'm just like, oh, fucking rip my eyeballs out.
I've never seen her do that.
So Allison Hannigan would be.
Or I like Allison Janney as well. Mom she's the mother in Mom.
Got it. Okay.
Mom is like my favoriteest.
Favorite show.
Yeah. Or Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, from Friends.
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Yeah. Phoebes.
Huh. Interesting.
Good old Phoebes.
I feel like it would be a little bit more of a serious role for Phoebe. Do you think would you want her to be like, would you want the movie to be Sandy or would you want the movie to be Phoebe, like My Mom Phoebe?
Well, see, that's the problem is that when you don't really know what these people are like. They have to play you.
If Lisa Kudrow had to come live with you for like 6 weeks,
I'd be like, no, sorry.
She was
Forget
like-
the movie.
She like comes out and she's like, okay, I think I'm really understanding this moo thing here. I think I really got this.
You mean the shmata?
The shmata.
Shamutu. Shamata mu.
Interesting
Shmata
picks.
moo.
So Allison Hannigan, Allison Yanny,
Gianni.
and Lisa Kudrow would be your three.
Yeah, I don't know. Who would you pick for me?
Liza Minnelli, maybe.
Seriously? Like, did you just see the look I gave you? Did everybody out there in the audience?
Bette Midler.
Come on.
What was the woman from, no, actually, what was the woman from, what was the movie with Bruce, it was Bruce Willis, and there was two women, and they wanted to, like, live forever, and Bruce Willis was, like, a doctor, and he, like, Death Becomes Her. Who, I actually think I already know her name. I don't even need to look this up. It is.
I know, I can't remember their names either. Diane Keaton.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is one that I like. I do like Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I've always liked Meryl Streep.
I would do a Meryl Streep. Cause I could see, cause like the photo I'm looking at right now, I could see her with like a
Let me
bang.
see.
Hold on, let me pull this up here.
But she's old too. I mean, somebody has to play me younger.
Right. This would be like present day. This would be like present day Sandy.
See, I'm thinking these younger people, we make them look older. Oh, she's ugly.
Really?
But she's kind of a,
I mean,
you see,
I'm just saying,
you like that?
you give Meryl Streep some bangs, cause like the hair color kind of is similar. She's way more gray, but like you could see on the ends, like there's some definite like blonde in there, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I could see her being like, get your sister, put her, like I could see her doing that, you know?
Yeah.
And she's kind of funny. She's kind of funny.
She can be funny, but I always liked
And
her.
look, she was a babe. She was a babe when she was young.
I know. I always liked her in Sophie's Choice.
I didn't ever watch that. You know who else I
You
would?
never watched Sophie's
No,
Choice?
no.
Oh my god, you need to watch that.
You know who
movie.
else I could maybe do as like a young Sandy?
Who?
Yep. See, I think this is spot on. Josh does it again.
Go ahead. What is it?
Like this would be like when you married Dad, right? So like 79.
Yeah.
Gillian Anderson
I don't even know who she is.
from the X-Files. It's Scully.
Oh, that doesn't look like Scully.
Yeah. But like obviously not as a redhead, you know? Like she's kind of always like kind of like strawberry blondish.
Yeah.
But like I could see like this or like this photo, like this reminds me of like this could be a few years into Kids, you know?
Yeah.
But like some bangs. I could see it.
I think, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. So what about you? Who would you be? Who would play you?
Well, I would like to be Josh. You could be. Can I be Sandy and you be Josh?
We can do it that way. Sure.
All right. So I had a few. So obviously, if my mom's Sandy, so it was tough for me because I had to think about obviously the fact that I'm bald, right? And in most actors, probably not going to want to shave their head. So I had to go with some that were already bald.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So if my mom Sandy was
Who is already bald? Who acts?
well, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if my mom Sandy was like an action movie.
Yes.
Right. If there was maybe like some sort of like escape or like explosions.
Yeah. So why would that be in a My Mom Sandy movie? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. My Mom Sandy escaped from Wallacott Street, maybe something like that. So I would pick Jason Statham if it was like an action movie,
He looks like you, but who is he?
He's like an action guy. Look.
Yeah, he looks
Right,
just like you.
right.
Are you gonna put like pictures of you and him next to each other?
Maybe I gotta. And like, so like he, obviously like the bald head, and then like he's got like the scruff, like the face scruff, right?
Yeah. I didn't know who he was. I've never seen him before.
Yeah, he's done like a lot of. Have you watched The Transporter?
Absolutely not.
What about The Meg?
Nope, never heard of it.
Crank?
No.
Okay. Fast and Furious?
No.
Homefront?
No.
Okay. Good. Death Race?
No.
Okay. Good. Okay. Well, those were all Jason Statham movies. So.
Okay, that's why I don't know who he is.
So that would
What's
be.
his name? Jason what?
Statham.
Okay. So
say it after me. Statham. Good.
Goot. Goot. But the good thing about Goot.
Come to me, boot to
or
Gootu.
Goot is you can say it either way.
Come to me, Goot to Bootu.
You can either
Boot to Gootu.
Bootu Gootu or Gootu Bootu.
I mean, it does. It sounds like a fucking baby alien.
I know. We created something. Now we need a movie. Okay, so who else?
Please don't touch me. So if you put your finger on my hand, I just don't like it. So then if Jason Statham
was busy that weekend,
right? Then I would. So my next guess, right? And this would maybe be like a little bit of an older. I don't know how they would do this because I feel like he's older, but I wouldn't be mad at it. But that it would be Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going by looks.
Well, no, but see, Bruce Willis. No. See, no, I'm not actually. Jason Statham. If the movie was an action movie, he would be perfect, right? If it was like Escape from Sandy.
Okay, but our lives are not an action movie.
Right,
if
but
you're doing a My Mom Sandy movie,
right,
we're
but
talking about our regular lives.
Okay, but maybe Michael Bay comes on board, and he's just like, look, I want this to be big.
Who's Michael Bay?
Exactly. So. And he's like, I want this to be big,
So let's like really exaggerate.
Let's figure, you blow up the station wagon.
Instead of you burning your name in the station wagon, you blew up the station wagon.
Yeah, exactly.
And your mother had
to get the fuck out of the station wagon.
And your mother and your best buddy had to jump out in order to save themselves.
Could be an action movie. That's what I'm saying.
There you go. Perfect.
And then Bruce Willis I like because Bruce Willis can do like serious roles but also kind of funny. Like he's kind of got like a little humor to him.
He does have that.
So then I was like, okay, well Bruce Willis could work, right?
Yeah.
And then my last one and it's funny that you said Lisa Kudrow because my last one I would have picked Matthew Perry, but like the Friends era Matthew Perry. And then he would have to shave his head. Not him now because he's too old to be me now.
I know. Did you heard about I guess it's on HBO Max, the Friends reunion?
Yeah, I started watching it.
Did you find that Matthew Perry was a little out of sorts?
Well, I don't know because I feel like it's weird. I feel like it's weird with all of them, but it's hard because you watch something, right? And for example, you watch Friends.
I mean, did they just do like a sit down? Is that what they did?
Kind of.
Yeah. They didn't do like put together any little skit or anything like that.
They do a sit down and talk about the show. They do like they kind of reenact the game show episode a little bit.
The game show episode
where like the boys win the girls' apartment. They do that, but they ask like questions about the show. They, I think they do like a table read where they like go over lines from like classic episodes. Oh. It's fun. Like I got maybe halfway through it. I was just falling asleep. I put it on before bed. But it's fun. It's fun to see them now. It's fun that, the chemistry is still very much there, but it's hard because Matthew Perry's got to be probably well into his 50s,
Really? Are they all that old?
I would imagine so. I mean, I can tell you right now because I just had him pulled up on my.
I mean, that's not much older than me.
Matthew Perry is 51 years. Yeah. So,
well into his 50s.
50. So, I mean, whatever, 51.
Yeah.
Well into the 50s.
Well, I think I told you that I had read somewhere that people were concerned that.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's no secret, right, that he's battled substance abuse. And it's hard because in my eyes, right, I want to see the Friends reunion. I want to see them as their characters, right?
Right.
But like Matt LeBlanc, who plays Joey, is like, he's like a big guy and he's completely gray.
I know. I saw
so like,
picture
so like you look at that. So it's funny because he's giving these lines and they're doing these like kind of reads and you're like, but that's not Joey.
That's not Joey.
Like that's Matt LeBlanc, who's, again, probably early 50s.
Yeah.
Who's acting like he's this young guy. Like, it's so off.
Why doesn't he color his hair?
I'm sure he's just probably, he's fucking Matt LeBlanc. I'm sure he's just like, I don't care.
Does he do anything anymore?
I don't know. George Clooney doesn't color his hair. I think Clooney was doing it for a while, but not anymore.
Yeah,
Matt Damon, I think, could be a good Josh, too. But anyway, it's
wow. You
just
think
saying.
So highly of yourself.
Just saying. Again, I think it's for anyone who's a fan of the show Friends. I think it's a fun watch, but it's like they talk about like rebooting Frasier,
Yeah.
And it's hard for me because they did a thing not that many during COVID, during lockdown, where some guy like did like a Zoom thing with like the whole cast. Obviously not I forget the actor's name, but the guy that played Martin because he had passed. But they did this like Zoom thing with like Kelsey Grammer and David Hyde Pierce and the Jane Leaves and Perry Gilpin, all from Frasier. And, you know, you're looking at them and you're like, fuck, they're old. Yeah. Like they're old, you know, and it's not the same. You're just like, these are not it's not the same character, right? Even when I see Kelsey Grammer, he did a Netflix movie maybe a couple years ago. That was cute. It was a cute movie. But the whole time I'm just like, you know, I'm like, I want you to be Frasier. Yeah. I don't want you to be, you know, whoever this is. So it's hard for me sometimes.
The voice is the same.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the mannerisms are the same.
Yeah, but I mean, it's weird because I know he does like some commercials and shit on TV.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I hear his voice and I go, oh yeah, it's Frasier.
Right, Frasier.
But if I had to see him, it would be
like Lisa Kudrow has done some stuff, and all I can think about is I'm like, it's fucking Phoebe from Friends.
Yeah,
right?
Or Romy and Michelle.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even watching, you know, and this is like a bad one too, but watching Christina Applegate do anything. I'm like, it's fucking Kelly Bundy from the fucking Married with Children, you know? Like, I'm like, I can't
be anything else.
I can't fucking take you serious, you know? So, but
you are such a dumb shit.
So,
Kelly.
but it's hard to see, you know, I think the women from Friends, Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow, they all look incredible. They look amazing. You know, the men, I mean, you know, Chandler or Matthew Perry, I mean, they looks like it's probably been a, you know, tough times, you know, and I feel like
what about Ross?
He looked okay. You have to watch it. I mean, you should watch it. I mean, I feel like that was like one of your favorite shows too, so.
Yeah, I grew out of it though.
As you do most things.
Yes. So, all right. Well, that's interesting.
So what would the name of our movie be called? Obviously, like, come up with something. Don't be like, oh, my name's Andy.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
All right. So, but it could be like, you know, like, you know, they'll do, can't think of a movie right now. Like, oh, Star Wars, the Old Republic or something. So if this was My Mom Sandy, what would it be?
Well, see, that's just it. I mean, are we doing an action film? Are we making
it's up to you. You tell
me.
You tell me. What are we doing?
I thought we were doing kind of like a biographical type thing.
Like a romantic comedy?
No, just like kind of what our lives were like.
Right. Okay.
You and I do not have a romantic comedy.
So what would you call it? What would you call it?
I would call it My Mom Sandy, The Formative Years.
That would be the first movie. It would only cover
My Mom Sandy and the Exploding Car.
That's good. So that would be the action one.
That would be the action one.
Yeah.
My Mom Sandy and the, well, we'd have to have more than just an exploding car. I mean, we couldn't do a whole episode about that, could we?
A whole movie, man?
Yeah, that's what I mean. A whole movie.
No, we couldn't. But like, you know, maybe you call it like Escape from Wallacott Street, and then it has like the exploding car and, you know, and the Wallacott, Schmickelbuckles.
The Goot Boot?
Has
the Wallacott Goot Boot?
I mean, the Wallacott Goot Boot.
Yeah.
That sounds like a country western song.
It does.
Or a move, kinda. You know? Like, hey, you want to come on down to the bar and do the Wallacott Goot Boot?
Yeah, we're line dancing tonight.
You put your left foot in twice, and then you just like fall down on your back and just spread your legs.
Oh, that's just too funny.
Hey there, Sandy, you want to come on down and do a little bit of that Wallacott Boot Goot?
Do-si-do and boot your goot.
Everyone's just kicking each other between the ball sack and the anus. They're just kicking each other in the boot goot.
I used to really like square dancing.
You should go. You and what's his
name?
I
never did it as an adult. I did it in school. Did you learn square dancing in school?
Well, I mean, maybe if I went to school in like 1919, you know, but no.
No, we did, I don't think we did it like when I moved out here. I think we learned it.
Did you learn how to do square dancing and how to use a telephone?
Back in Pennsylvania. Did you know how to change the channel on the TV?
There's this newfound thing called a light bulb.
Why do we always make stupid people have a southern accent?
I'm not saying they're stupid at all. No, I'm saying that's the first time someone's seen a light bulb.
Was in Alabama?
No, I'm just saying that's maybe how
cavemen.
Yes, exactly. Light bulb. Let me see Boot Goot.
Where Boot Goot? Where is Boot Goot?
Come to me, Boot to Goot.
Okay.
I like that.
Boot to Goot. No, you're not taking notes either. How are you going to remember?
I don't need to.
Oh, you have a memory of
photographic.
No, it's photogenic. I like to take pictures of your brain.
So the movie would be called what? My Mom Sandy and the Curse of the Shits?
God, I don't know, Josh. I'm not very creative when it comes to things like that.
True.
You're the one who would.
My mom Sandy, the tax years.
That would be every year.
I know.
My mom Sandy, I like the formative years. That would be like.
Yeah, that doesn't really sell it though, does it? I mean, who's excited to go see that? There's no.
Well, we'd have to have an excellent trailer with exploding car.
Me and you were just like running in slow motion. Fucking, there's station wagons just blowing up behind us. And I'm like, get to the boot Goot.
The boot Goot will give you safety.
We slide under the car. I'm just like, Mom, get down. The boot Goot's exploding.
Whose boot Goot is it?
like a giant is walking and like he just like spreads his legs open just to show his boot Goot, you know?
Oh, that's just gross.
Sam's gonna have some good work this week, huh?
Oh, maybe. We'll see. Well, she may be like, God, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, a boot Goot.
Oh, she knows. She knows. Sam, you know about the boot Goot.
I hope she doesn't draw a picture of it. That might be offensive. Might be considered.
Definitely we get flagged on that one.
Offensive. I know.
Offensive? Defensive.
Offensive.
Defensive.
Offensive.
Defensive.
No.
Boot Goot. That almost sounds like Sweden, huh? Like Swedish, like
yeah, Buta Guta.
It's also a it's a piece of furniture you can get from IKEA. You know? Well, I was looking at the schmleck, but actually I kind of like the boot Goot.
The Buta Guta.
Huh? Does the Buta Guta come in? I'm looking for like a white. Only in the dark wood. Only in the dark wood. That's a problem.
The dark fake wood.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with the schmilk this time, but do any chance you guys make the Buta Guta in a couch, like a soft cushion, maybe?
Maybe.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got too. I did see. Do you know who John Cena is?
It's pronounced Cena.
Yeah. You know who he is?
He is a wrestler and an actor.
Yeah. Do you like him?
I mean, I never thought about like kissing him, but
I mean, have you seen his
I don't have any.
Have you seen his movies? Have you seen him wrestle?
I don't have it.
Is he like is he like the WW?
Okay, fine. I'll come clean.
WWF.
Fine. I'll come clean. I am the John Cena. I'm the president of the John Cena fan club.
Are you?
No, I don't have any John Cena posters in my apartment.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I mean, I know who, I mean, he's had like a very lengthy career in wrestling and I think he's doing more like acting type stuff now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would say I like him or like I'm a big fan, but I don't, there's not many, I mean, if someone was like, oh, you a big fan of The Rock? Like, I'd be like, oh, it's The Rock.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I've heard of The Rock.
Wow. Would you know his real name?
Rocco?
Nope.
I have no idea.
That was actually a character on Nickelodeon, Rocco's Modern Life. Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, that's right. I've heard that before.
The Rock Johnson, yeah.
Well, there was a funny thing I saw.
He could play me.
The Rock could?
I would let that happen.
Yeah.
I'd sign off on that.
We could show your hockey play and everything.
But I think he's like Hawaiian or Pacific Islander or something. And so that maybe he couldn't. I'm going for like the big, like if you're bald and you're handsome, you could probably play me in a movie.
But see, you picked characters that look like you. And I kind of picked characters that I thought would not necessarily look like me, but.
Well, no, Matthew Perry looks nothing like me.
Well, if he shaved his head, he might.
Nope, still not.
Yeah.
But I think that I think him or Bruce Willis, like I think they could deliver. They could deliver me.
Bruce Willis looks like you and that other guy too.
Yeah. Jason Statham, would you just say Statham?
Jason.
Statham?
I just said Jason.
I thought you said
I don't know what his last name is.
Any chance we could get Statham on the phone?
Jason Statham?
Jason Faison?
Jason Faison, there you go.
I think that, I'm not familiar with like his speaking roles.
Whose?
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
But again, if it was like an action movie with like very minimal speaking, I think that he could probably do it. Like if he was like just stuck in like the ballroom at Chuck E. Cheese, like he was like latched onto like the fence and like the balls were like rising and it was like getting up towards his neck and Meryl Streep had to like jump in to like save Jason Statham.
Well, Meryl Streep would have to be a lot younger than.
I'm coming, Josh!
And you would have to be a lot younger. Jason Statham would have to be a child.
But it's a movie. You can do whatever you want in a movie. Like it doesn't like in the movie. There's no reason why it couldn't happen now. You know?
Oh, that you get stuck in the ballroom at Chuck E. Cheese.
Like Meryl Streep was just like, God, I got to do more stunts. You know?
I know. I thought as I got older, I wouldn't have to do these.
You're
things
like hooked
anymore.
up to a bungee cord that like pulls you back out of the ballroom. You know?
Yeah.
Let's get her out of there, Jim.
What'd you ever send him with suspenders for?
Oh, I was so mad at you. Okay.
You were the best dressed. Anyway, the reason I brought up John Cena is he apparently well, he's got a film out, I guess, and I guess big audience for films is China, and he made the mistake of calling Taiwan a country, which is anti-Chinese propaganda. The Chinese don't like it.
Can't do that.
Yeah, and so I thought, so then he issued this big apology, and he did it like in Mandarin. He's quite a good Mandarin speaker. But I saw this thing on the internet, and then it had a picture of him, and it said, John Cena to undergo experimental spine implant. And I thought that was interesting.
Is that like punishment for saying?
Well, no, it's just like, have a fucking spine. I mean, all you did was call Taiwan a country. And now you have to bow down and apologize to China so that they show your movie. It's like, come on, have a fucking spine. Taiwan is a country, right?
When I came in and I sat down and I hooked the computer up and I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought that was your number one person who would play you in a movie.
John Cena.
And then I was like, and at first he
speaks really good Mandarin. Well, we have that in common.
But at first I was like, cause I played this whole scenario in my head where I was like, what the fuck is she thinking? John Cena is going to be my mom's Sandy. But then like, as I played it out a little bit further in my head, I was like, you know what? I could see that. I could see that. That could work. I'm not mad at that.
There you go. Perfect. Goot to Goot.
We had a good one today. Should that be the name of the?
Yes.
Actually, I mean, the name of the episode should probably be the My Mom Sandy movie coming soon. Something. Because then people will be like, "Oh my god, they're making a movie."
Yeah.
Would you want to play yourself? Like if that was an option, like if obviously Spielberg is probably attached to this project, so if he comes to you and is like, let's get them to play themselves.
Yeah, and I think I probably would rather be behind the scenes, maybe more writing and directing.
If you were
this is, because I can say this is how it really happened.
If you were able to play yourself and also kind of have like a producing role, like that's a thing, who would you want to be your son Josh? And think about it, because there's going to show a bunch of scenes. So who would you want to like nuzzle up on your breast as like a male actor? For the
John Cena? No.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Get it, girl.
No. Josh, that's kind of a gross thing. I can't imagine doing that with any of the people that you've mentioned.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, no. Or Jason Statham. Or Matthew Perry. Was that it? Was that all you gave us?
Yeah. Matt Damon, maybe.
You could go with Yul Brynner. Do you know who Yul Brynner was? I think he's dead.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Somebody said that he
was bald.
Somebody's told me that who looked like me. The guy that played
Chester Bennington looks like you.
Yeah, he's dead too. You're on a roll. It was the guy that played, I think.
And I have a hard time thinking of you because when I think of like a double for you, I think of him. Chester Bennington. And so it's like weird for me to think of you as like Bruce Willis. But when you like hold those pictures up next to your face of you and Jason and Bruce, you guys
bald.
could be triplets.
Anybody bald.
I mean, yeah. There you go.
Liev Schreiber. Do you know who that is? Somebody once told me that I look just like him. They were like, has anyone ever told you? Do you
Let me see.
Liev Schreiber?
Never heard of the person. Is that a woman or a man?
Well,
let me see.
It's a man. You see it?
No, you know who I think he looks like? I think he looks like, what's his name? Goodfellas. What's the guy's name?
Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta. Doesn't he kind of have a little Ray Liotta in him?
No, I don't see that at all.
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Nothing? Doesn't do anything for you?
Well, maybe, but I think he's a little bit too chubby in the face.
So I think I'm feeling a little chubby in the face right now. Okay, let's wrap this fucking thing up. So that's all we got. You guys know the whole drill. I don't mean it's been 73 episodes. I don't even feel like I need to say this again.
Is it 73 or 72?
Today's 73.
Is it 72 or 73?
No, stop it. You guys can shoot us an email, mymomsandypodcast@gmail.com. if you need to find us on Instagram, we are at My Mom Sandy Podcast. You're going to want to make sure that you're following us for all these fucking cartoons because the cartoons are going to really good.
I know. And you better follow us quickly once they get posted.
Because they could be taken down. Yeah. Who knows?
But we're always going to put them to our profile, right?
We're going to post them.
So, I don't know what that means exactly, but, so you can always watch it there as opposed to, having Instagram fucking censor the shit out of everything. If they listened to what was in the cartoon, if
they even watch, maybe they'd get a good laugh out of it.
I know. Maybe they should listen.
Oh, by the way, we had.
Podcast.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it was because of the cartoon, but it probably was because Sam's so talented. We had like 70 listens on the Class Action Park. Although maybe also people just like theme parks. But
yeah, but didn't you tell me like a whole bunch of people now that besides yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few people that have been like that have said things and then been like, oh yeah, when I was listening to the podcast, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you listened to the podcast. Weird. Yeah. So we appreciate all the support.
When you buy your tickets to Magic Mountain, are they for any time or are they
no? It's like day? Very specific.
Oh,
like it's a set day, set time. You can only be in the theme park, I think, for 3.5 hours, and you have to evacuate your bowels.
Seriously? No, you're supposed to evacuate your bowels before you enter the theme park. They don't want accidents on the rides.
No, I mean, it's a set, you have to go at a set time. I think you can be there all day. And they're only allowing California residents into all these theme parks. You have to show proof that you're in California.
I think Disneyland's now opening up to out-of-staters.
Ooh, big mistake.
Foreigners.
Big mistake. We don't want any of those Utahians.
Utahians?
Those Coloradians.
Those Washingtonians?
I think it's Washingtonians.
Washingtonians?
Yeah.
Those Oregonians?
Oh, that's good.
Orogamis?
Those Minnesotians.
Illinoisians.
Those North and South Carolinians.
Those Illinoisies.
Those Floridians.
Okay.
All right, let's stop it.
Yeah,
and we could keep this going,
I know, we could do this all day, and wouldn't that be fun?
We have a new episode that comes out every Tuesday. Thank you guys all for still listening and supporting My Mom Sandy. And I felt like I had something else. Is that it? New episode Tuesday. Instagram. Email. Is that it? Did I give your phone number last time?
All right, very good.
Make sure you guys scrub your boot, Goot.
Yeah. All right, very good.